Hey guys, so let's get to discussing episode 7 of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This one is entitled Together or Not at All. The big thing we had last episode was the arrival of Fitz. Now Fitz helped Gemma and Daisy escape, but unfortunately the inhibitor that stops Daisy from using her powers is still on. So Fitz proposes that they escape using his ship to the surface, but they blow that ship up too. Last episode 2, we had May banished to the surface. Now, of course, we know the surface is where the Kree bring the humans who they want to punish to be eaten by the roaches. I thought the plan of Fitz was to have Enoch fetch her with a spaceship before she even got to that point, but we see May almost roach food before Enoch stabs it and saves her. Interesting too that Enoch points out that he is a being without insides, so the roaches have no desire of eating him. With this piece of information and the fact that he was sent by Fitz, May abruptly thought that Fitz made another android. So the roaches were afraid of this phenomenon going on in the surface called a geostorm. Now of course Enoch and May were caught in the middle of it, and we see that there's this sort of assailant, or at least we assume that he's an assailant. It turns out that he was actually rescuing them. So this was one of the surface people, the surface dwellers who survived, I guess some sort of rebellion against Cassius' little setup. So the first time that there was proof that surface dwellers actually did exist in that time, I was already saying that one of them might have been the prophet, who prophesied that Coulson and the others would be coming from the past to save them. It turns out I was right, but I didn't expect that that prophet would be Robin herself. She also told May that it was good to see her again. I don't exactly remember if May and Robin met each other. As far as my memory serves me, they did not, but I could be wrong and I could have completely missed that part. So Cassius' brother Falnak is there in the space station, in the lighthouse. I thought last episode that Gemma slit Cassius' throat, but it turns out she just scratched his face. He wasn't happy about that, of course, being the perfectionist that he is, but Falnak tells him that he should be proud that scars are a symbol of achievement. So they send Sinara and Maston Dar, Cassius and Falnak's greatest warriors respectively, to retrieve Daisy, the destroyer of worlds. Maston Dar goes on somewhat a killing spree doing so. Flint thinks that all the killing is happening because they are looking for him, and it does not help that he learns that Tess was also killed. So despite Mac's efforts to try talking him out of it, Flint does something stupid. He actually goes on and kills a Kree, but is later stopped by Sinara. Now Deke escapes the little prison that Coulson and the others made for him. He finds Daisy Fitzsimmons and helps them get to the top floor, or the upper floor rather. Daisy and Coulson help fight off Sinara, get Flint back, and the entire team, save for May and Enoch, are reunited. Maston Dar and Sinara, along with other Kree soldiers, chase after them, but are slowed down when Flint throws a bit of boulders into the door that's keeping them away from them. As Maston Dar destroys a wall to get to them, Coulson sees a shaft and they all decide to escape through that by using Deke's anti-gravity device. They decide to use the device one by one and then throw it back down for the next person. But if it were me, I would have just had Yo-Yo go up there at first and pick them up one by one. Since she'll just zoom back into place, it would have been faster that way. So the plan was to escape using the trawler and go to the surface. I have to point out that the trawler really looks like the Zephyr to me. I even keep looking at the markings on top of the trawler to see if it has the logo of S.H.I.E.L.D. on it. So while they're escaping, Sinara actually kills Maston Dar and returns to the brothers. Before finding out about that, Falnak even had a discussion with Cassius about why Cassius was stationed in the lighthouse anyway. Turns out there was some sort of war that Cassius had lost. Of course, Cassius was saying that it was a suicide mission and his father, the one who sent him there, knew it to begin with. Even his closest generals, except for Sinara, were killed in this mission. The argument gets heated. Sinara says that she killed Maston Dar, and Falnak tries recruiting Sinara as his own before Cassius kills him. As he is dying, Falnak learns from Cassius that the reason his two generals died were because Cassius was fleeing and they were trying to stop him from doing so. It was Sinara who killed the two generals so that they could escape. Oh, another noteworthy thing I haven't mentioned was that Fitz actually took out the implant in Gemma Simmons' head that was stopping her from hearing them. So going back to the father of Cassius, I really wonder who it could be. Now, Thanos could actually have been a good bet as to how he's the father of Gamora, and Nebula, even though he really isn't. But that's kinda impossible, assuming that this happens way after the Infinity Wars and that the Avengers actually win it and kill Thanos. Personally, the season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps getting interesting for me. What do you think of all this? If you like this video, please hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more great videos.